Alright, getting in here in the greenhouse today. I noticed a couple days ago that I had a chewing insect biting one of my plants. Not super concerning to me at all. You see, they bit this plant too. And then I just noticed one other plant. They haven't bit that one, or 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 that one. Man, I gotta get the dust off those leaves. It's been really windy and the dust blows through the seams or whatever. Anyway, I don't see any bites on anything else, except for this one over here. I'll show you, because I noticed when I came in that they bit it yesterday. Right there. The reason this isn't super concerning to me, and it actually tells me a lot of information right here, biting herbivores, or chewing herbivores rather, that chew holes in the leaves, like grasshoppers and beetles, are your highest feeding insect. They will feed up to a brix of 12, and they won't start feeding unless it's at least 9 or 10. See, I got a bite there. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. I'm not getting any major damage, but I did foliar spray with my armor this morning. I was too busy the last 2 days after I noticed the bites on that back plant, and it's because that's a real cold corner there. So that plant health is going to be just below the other stuff, because we are dealing with very cold nights still. These guys get in the 40s, down in the mid and low 40s most nights. Anyway, I sprayed with the armor foliar this morning as I walked in and noticed that one got bit too. So anyway, it's not concerning to me, really, because only those 3 plants are the only 3 plants in the whole greenhouse that have any bites in them. And so that tells me that those 3 plants are between 9 and 12 brix, and every one of these other ones is above 12 brix, significantly above. They didn't even attempt to bite any of the others, and they will attempt to bite it if it's at 12 or 13. They'll just leave it alone after they do. Right? So that tells me that all of these are very high, right? They're likely up around 16, 17. That's where most of my plants stay. So anyway, all I did is mix up some armor foliar, come in here and just spray all this stuff. I didn't worry about the veggies down there. They're getting more sun. I'm having to use this shade cloth for the last several weeks because it's been getting real hot during the day. And it's been hitting 90 plus in here with very little humidity. And that's what, that, and then the 40-degree nights, and that thing's probably seeing more like 35. It's right up against that window and that wall that's not foamed or insulated yet. So, and that's always been the most sluggish plant. It's the only plant that has a purple left in the stem, So, anyway, that is how you can use any insects that are present on any plant to gauge where that plant is without even having a brix meter. I haven't used a brix meter in 2 or 3 years because I've, realized that this is actually the most accurate way. If you have any plant anywhere that gets hit with the chewer like that, and there's more than one bite in the leaf. See, they took several bites there. That means they could eat it. It was probably right at that high end of what they could eat. You know, that's why they didn't devour the leaf. Started making them sick because they couldn't process the sugars. So anyway, so that's how I use any insect damage that does occur anywhere. That's how I use it as a gauge. And I haven't had to check brix in a couple years. Now that being said, my plants are always very healthy. So they're, you know, they're not usually getting eaten up by any lower feeders. So, but anyway,